We're back here at the Operation Unthinkable table, and I can honestly say this is a good game. I was like checking it out. Luther was probably my favorite so far. Luther and Woodstock out of my strategy and tactics collectiones. See, we get a little bit of a, and that's only about a half a year subscription. I'm sure people got freaking tote bags or tote boxes full of those things. But yeah, this is a good game. Um, we're sitting here looking at strategy. We got to figure out whether we want to move and fight or fight and move first. And I'm looking down here, and one thing I think it's coming to a realization is each little sector is going to have their own little theater, own little way of fighting, not worrying about what everybody else is doing. And then once we can maybe get something going here, we can connect with everybody else. Right here, I'm thinking about taking these reduced armor units, pulling them back into these spots, and using these units here as my relief force to plug up this. They got more than enough movement now. Whether I can move on up here and get a surrounded attack on these guys. Also, another thing I was looking at is how to cut these guys off from supply, but I haven't been able to do anything. I've been down here studying this for a while. We got big plans for our airborne army too. You can see they're moving on in. I'm just gonna think about holding off here. I have plans for these guys, but man, I would really like to take care of that artillery. That artillery's a killer. Then moving on up here. These are the key battles here for this hex, and this hex. We got to break through. We got to get a breakthrough on here, and the rest of them will just be a holding action. But that's what's coming up on the. And I haven't decided yet if it's going to be a move or combat. Combat and move. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a combat and move. Is what it's looking like. No, I'm wrong. It'll be a move, and then combat. So we'll have to figure it out. Oh, you know what? We can do a different one for each side there. That helps out a lot. Oh, let me see here. Only player to plays. Well, right here. We'll use that rule. Prior to the beginning of the game, the players may agree to allow the allied army group to choose. Yeah, that helps a lot. We're back. All right, we're back. I got a little bit of a plan going on here. I'm using those dice to help me see what's going on with movement ranges. But one thing that's not really realistic is, like I said, I've been down here for about a day or so, just walking by the board, looking at it, sitting down for a few minutes, and checking out strategy, which in real life, if you were playing an opponent, wouldn't go over for 5 minutes. So it's kind of, it is what it is. But at least we get some good moves in here. We're going to move to separate. We're going to use that optional rule. Have a separate phase for our separate phase option for the British and their allies, and another phase option for the United States. In this first phase option, it's going to be a move and combat. So U.S. forces are getting ready to do that right now. They're going to have their move and combat. Then we'll decide what we want to do with the British. The British, I'm pretty sure, is going to have to be a combat and then move. So that really helps. When we're down here looking around, we got to plug up a hole, hold, and maybe get some offensive operations going on here. I got some really good uses for these guys. Or rather, these units. I keep on calling them guys. Everybody does that. These guys, which is fine, but I just get tired of it. All right, we're going to be back. We're going to be studying this a little bit more and making our moves. At the beginning of my strategy, it's going to be a move and fight, but it's going to include these units here. And one thing I had the option of doing was bringing them both down and helping out with this attack. Option 2, going after the artillery. Option 3, which I think I'm going to use, is moving them up here as a blocking force. Hold these units back. So I'm pretty sure this unit can get up there. I'm going to use this unit here. And I've been studying the positions too. If I can get a unit right in here, and this will be this unit here. If I can get them right here, you can see a zone of control. And they can't cross this. I called it a river hexide before, but this is a lake hexides. They can't cross lake hexides unless they got a certain unit with them. So this is all prohibited. So that would really... Oh, sorry about that. Another phone call. So that would really block them with the spot right there. Plus I get a woods bonus, plus a bonus shift for these units fighting by themselves. Now I was going to put the other unit here, but that would leave a gap where they just roll on through when I use that forest bonus. If I put them here, it blocks all these zones of control. And, oh, let me see. Maybe either here or here, because he's got a zone of control goes out this. If he was here, he'd have a zone of control that would cover that. Huh, I'll find that out. I'll make, this is a solid spot though here. I'm still debating on whether to do with him. But the first, he's got him spot up here, and then I'm pretty sure he can make it on up there. I've already counted the hexes. He's got a 24 hex range. Just one extra to go over the rivers, so they can definitely make it. But that is what I'm going to do with them. I got my little operation going here where I'm going to pull these guys out, put them in here, these guys out, or these units out, put them against Plymouth my hole, maybe get an attack going against some of these units surrounding them. But that definitely saves the day on this one, and I'll just hope I got some good attacks. The key is I got units across the river. That's always the key when it comes to putting out attacks, so we'll see if we can expand that. Hold off, and like I said, he's got artillery he can use on offense and defense. We got bombers, but you know how good those are. That's taking a big chance. And then finally, up here, we got our key attacks, and the thing that's really key is I got a unit across the river. So these two hexes here, and this hex, gonna be a big target. That's the rough plan. We're gonna be back here in a few. Alright, another key element in this game is supply, and believe me, I've looked and tried to cut these units off. It can't work. They can just trickle it on down here, find an open spot, pull it on out. So you almost gotta get them all around. These little chain links here are tough to get supply out of, because these are all zone of controls that you gotta cover. So it's kind of tough to do. Another interesting note with my units, my first Air Assault Army, or first Airborne Army units, the 18th and the 1st. With them being up here and not attacking, it frees up my bombers to go ahead with an attack, to support some of these attacks here. So this is going to be key movement. Some of these units here I can move out of a zone of control and move them back into another zone of control. So I'm going to maybe free up some of these units, and this will be a big key dance around here. Like I said, pulling these guys out, filling them in, pulling these guys out, blocking the whole bunch of movements going on here, and I'll show you how I'm going to do each one of them. Like I said, coming back up here, man, I really wish I could take care of some of that artillery. And oh, shoot, that's a killer. Bringing these on, use that optional rule, it's definitely of an advantage for the Soviet player. It'd be a real disadvantage if he had to roll for each unit to come on and that kind of stuff, and have them come on piecemeal. Another thing is, we got a little bit of a reinforcement unit coming on too. But that won't be till the reinforcement phase, which I think is after movement and combat. Alright, just letting you drop little notes. We're having fun with our latest strategy and tactics magazine game. Alright, we're ready to commence with the US move/combat phase. We were start off with this unit here, and I won't do it for every unit, but I'll show you these key moves here. He'll go up here with a 1, 2, or 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5. He only pays 1 extra in a forest, so that'll be let me see here. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, whatever. So there he goes in his spot. Hello, Soviets. Alright, this one here, I'm pretty sure I'm going to move him down so that their zones of control connect. I think moving this way allows more of his units to get in there and to attack me. But we'll see how it goes. This way he's got to come all the way through here, go through the forest, and come around. Well, let me see. I guess if he moved here, he'd have to go through the forest too. Huh. What could we What can we do? I'll leave him there. That way you have to move a little bit extra to get through me, but yeah, I mean, this might have been a little bit of a wider arc. Oh, they would have had to come down here. Oh, it's slow him down. Give him a little extra. Alright, we're going this way. This is a key movement here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Thank God for 24 hex movement. Oh, another thing is, before I forget, we have gone through 4 days. It's another 4 days, so we have a different current allied. And we get that unit there back at the end for our reinforcements. Alright, we'll be gunning. This is it. I made these little markers here. There'll be a different one for the allies. There are 4 choices, or 2 choices, and then you get the Soviet Union. So just a little in-game marker to help me out. You know, it's a polio game, so I'm sure. As a matter of fact, I got a trip down memory lane in store for you guys, and I'll show you how I, it's kind of like a little time capsule. You get to open up these boxes. I was looking at these games to maybe play it. These old games here. I haven't opened up these suckers in like 20, 30 years, and there's just little handwritten notes and stuff. So I thought it'd be interesting to look at here a little bit later. But anyway. Oh. Movement upstairs. I guess it's just a dog. Let me continue on the movements and we'll be right back. Alright, next U.S. movement here is going to be clearing out these units for our little stopgap. First one will be the 102nd Mechanized Infantry, I do believe. We'll be right back. Alright, so he will move here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I'm going to keep him there. I won't put him on attack. He's mostly a blocking unit, but yeah, we got that area blocked up. As a matter of fact, man, try to leave it like that. Try to leave it like that. These guys here are blocked. Effectively blocked. That's almost all I need. Maybe just move these guys up and use these guys for some more attacks. Alright, I'm not going to move another unit there right now. We'll see what goes on. I'll look down here and see what my options are. Trying to get me some attacks and some movements. Like I said, it's my plan mostly to move these units on up. I need to get these guys out of here, though. They got to find something to do. I think they either come down here or go up there. Be right back. Right, the 5th, we'll move 1, 2. Pretty sure we can go through. You can go through stacks as long as you don't overstack. Stacking limits are an effect during the whole game. 1, 2, 3. He's got enough. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll place him on top of this unit right here. That'll be the 5th Motorized Infantry. Alright, move him sideways. I'm trying to clear this unit this way, although these guys can move on up. Like I said, they don't infringe on stacking limits, so I don't need to be too much. Trying to see down here. Oh, these guys here help their units move across the river, paying a non-mechanized penalty of one movement point instead of 2. Keep that in mind. I'm going to look around here and I'll show you the before and after. Alright, logistics mistake by me. Kind of costly here. I'm looking at. I was thinking about shooting this unit on up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But can anybody tell me what the mistake of that is? This ain't strategy and tactics. 30 years war. Their zones of control do extend across the river, so I gotta get my games mixed up. But anyway, that comes up. He comes up short. This here area has got to be protected. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'll have to stop when I get in the zone of control. So I'll have to use this unit here to go. Oh, he can only move 4. 1, 2, 3. Oh, costly mistake. Costly mistake. Alright, unit's got to go there. We're gonna figure this one out. We'll be back. Alright, soluzione to the puzzle. Bione. It's just gonna move everybody up. He can move out and then back in. Out and then we'll just do leapfrogging. We'll get him there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There you go. There you go. There you go. That's the what do you call it? The solving of that puzzle. Be back. All right, U.S. movement is done. You can see where I placed my bomber. The units that are turned or have moved, units that have stayed put. So there you go. That's how I'm working it. We have a few combats going on down here. I believe we're going to have this stack and this stack go against this stack. This stack here I don't believe will attack. This stack here will go against this stack. Then this stack against this stack. Or we'll do one of these off. These are all holding actions with no more attacks. But yeah, I'm just placing him there. As I wasn't planning on moving a lot more units there, but I don't want to give up on this little front down here yet. And we got our air mobile units holding back the tide as long as they can. They're probably history, but they got some good modifiers. Alright, that will be it for the U.S. move in combat. We will look and see what we want to do for the Allies. Be right back. I think the Allies are going to have to combat and move. I wanted to do a move in combat, but that would only be to get this reduced unit out of the way and bring another one on. But I got too much at stake with these attacks where I could maybe start moving them on out. So it's going to be a combat move. We will look at how we want to do these attacks and place our bomber. Or hopefully accurate bomber this time. Whew, that's taking a chance. Be back. Alright, we have placed our bomber. We're ready to go. Those units gotta come across the river. So we're hoping for some good attacks, and this will be key. A lot of studying. And like I said, it's kind of like a bar fight. Once the shit starts hitting the fan, planes go out the window. You gotta think on their feet and think while you're moving. We're gonna see how this develops. Having some real good times here with Operation Unthinkable. Alright, combat number 1. We got our combatants spread out over here. The hexes that they're actually in are these hexes and this hex, but these are who we have. And these 2 hexes will be attacking this hex, and I spread him out this way. So the 8th Guards and the 29th Guards, mobile infantry, are being attacked. Before we do any of that, though, we got a U.S. bomber making a bombing run. We'll have to resolve first. And, oops, get this all straightened out here. Alright. That is a situazione. Like I said. Oh, this hex. And, well, to get this one, I need some more combat pens. Or combat pencils. Alright, versus this hex. Oh, but anyway, you get the idea. Checking out the bombing run. Be right back. Alright, rolling for the Allied bombing roll die. We need anything but a 1. Basically. Yeah, 2 will be okay. But you have to have this result. That stumped me when I first looked at it, but anything but a 1 is what we're looking for. This no more. It's almost to where I'm not going to use that unit. What is up with that? Alright. It's half. That bomb's dropped on a short of the target. The attacker suffers 1. Alright. Oh, I guess it will be. I guess it'll have to be this unit here. Is he eliminated? Gosh, that sucks. Alright. Oh, this is ridiculous. He's gonna be freaking shot. What would a fucking army do if that happened twice? There would be something that there. I'm gonna try this real quick once more. A 1. 6s and 1s. 5. Alright, just luck. Ain't nothing really happening. Just the way it is. Oh my god. Alright, well he's gone. He's history. I'll have to see if he can be recycled. But yeah. Wow. Every freaking time. There's something wrong there. Get rid of this freaking bomber. Gee, Christmas. Alright. Alright, we'll have to look and see what goes on with the attack. We'll be back. Alright. With all these units here, uh, 58 or something. Their half result is like a 29. It turns out to be a 2-to-1 attack coming across the river, which ain't really bad, but you need a good die roll. We will get rid of this dice. He's a good old U.S. blue dice. Alright. I'm not sure on this, but I think we're looking for a high number. 2-to-1 attack. Simple game, simple game. 2-to-1 with a 4. Let's look here together. 2-2-1. Oh, that's right. We got our certain odds. So U.S. odds are at the top. 2-to-1. With a 4 would be a 3-to-1 any other time. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it's a bloodbath. 2-to-1. Defender eliminated. 2, 3, 4. Bloodbath. Yep. 2-to-1 bloodbath. All right. What does that mean? What does that mean? Let's go back here and see if it tells us. Bloodbath, yes it does. Both sides lose 1 step. So, that hurts the Soviets because he's only got 1 step. So he is gone. Another unit over the pile. We will shoot. Man, that's tough. 4 if I flip him over. Gives him a 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 5. I lose 5 steps on that yet. I'm going to have to eliminate this other unit here. He'll be able to be recycled. He's recycle eligible. But that does it. Alright. Oh, so I don't need to eliminate anybody else. Let me see here if there's any advance after combat in the combat rules. I think there is in this game. Advance after combat. After resolving each combat, all defending units have vacated defending hex. Yep. May advance any all. Yes. Combat player must adhere to stay up. We're good. Alright, we're good to move on up. We'll see who we're going to move on up there. We'll be right back. Moving on, we're getting a little bit better. These 2 armored divisions have crossed the river and they're going after this little Soviet infantry division or corps. And that there is a 4-to-1 attack. We're going up here. We'll keep this dice. Oh, not good. 4-to-1 US. Let's see here. Top 1, 4-to-1 US with a 2. Defender eliminated. Huh, was that a 2? Yep, it was a 2, alright. 4-to-1 top. Alright, 4-to-1 would be a 5-to-1. So I guess, why did the Brits get better odds? Huh. 4-to-1 with a 2. Defender eliminated. That's the result we are looking for. But he is vacated. We'll put him over there. More Soviet casualties. See who we want to pull on up. We're right back. If I can't advance them both, that'll put me out of supply. Yeah. The only reason the 8th is not a supply is the 6th is keeping them in supply. Else he'd be out of supply, so that's the way we gotta move that one. Going for another attack. This is not a... We need some luck on this attack, and we can't just pussyfoot around and wait for them all to be high odds attacks. Sometimes you just gotta go for it. So we'll add this up. Next attack. This hex versus this hex. We'll be right back. He's got to go across the river, which means he's halved. 4-to-1 attack if I wasn't across the river. But we come out with a good 2-to-1 attack. So looking for that nice high die roll, I think. For the U.S. 4. 2-to-1 U.S. 2-to-1 up here with a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bloodbath. Don't like that result. But he is eliminated. We don't have to eliminate anybody else, but we'll have to eliminate Mar. That's a shame. But he goes back into the... And we'll roll for each of these units when it comes time for recycle. And like I said, we got a reinforcement coming on in, but here you go. This is what it looks like. Blowing a hole. We need to blow some holes. Alright, so who will cross the river on this one? We'll be right back. We're going to move them both across the river, keeping our supply integrity coming down this way, then heading on back. He can't move from one zone of control to another, so he's locked in. he's locked into. That is the story of our very important U.S. Southern Front. I think that's going to be it for the attacks. All holding actions for the U.S. player. And considering our bonehead, bungled war crimes bombing, we're not doing bad. Just imagine if the bombing went our way. So it's not too bad. We ain't doing too bad down there. I'm very happy with the way Southern attacks have gone. Like I said, suffer some casualties, but boy, Soviet casualties are adding up. We will take a break. We'll be right back. All right, U.S. move is over. We have gotten across the river. Man, they're brittle. If we can get them busted on up, it's a long ways on out, unless we want to bring in some units back down the highway. But yeah, 5 units out of the way. Hard to keep supply. But if we could somehow do it, I'm really happy with that way that front's going. Like I said, I'm glad I didn't abandon it all the way and move my units up here to plug that hole. I think we're able to get everything accomplished. We'll see how we weather the next Soviet storm. What is next zone? Allies combat move phase. We will be back with some Allied combat. I think we got everything covered here. Oops. I see a faux pas. Alright, he's in here. Okay, there you go. Keeping that line. And like I said, we can move that line if we want, but I think I'll keep it there for now. But that's something to keep in mind each turn, the beginning of each turn. We're moving up here to the Allies phase. We'll start off with their bombing run. This will be fun. Be back.